Hello everyone, welcome to Starpoint Tarot. This is a reading for the sign of Pisces. Pisces, I hope you are doing well and welcome to your reading. Pisces, you have been in your head about something. You are going through it. With the Ten of Swords, these are the first four cards. I could not believe these four cards came out back to back. The Ten of Swords, the Nine of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Four of Swords. And this is you stressed out. You're trying to put an end to the stress, but I'm feeling that that you are still in a very anxious and stressful state of mind right now. And with the Four of Pentacles coming right after the Four Swords cards, I feel that this has something to do with your finances. And the Four of Pentacles is the card of being miserly, right? Traditionally. So it's you are hanging on to whatever resources, whatever money or whatever you have. But you have a great concern here over your security, your financial future. And it seems from the cards here, it seems that this may have been due to a period of just kind of not paying attention to your resources, maybe not having a budget, and just kind of spending freely and wasting what money you did have. And you're looking back on this, and this is not a pattern that you want to continue. And you want to take the reins in this and sort of take control of your own life. And this is typically, this is kind of typical of when the year changes, right? This is something that we often do, is make these sort of New Year's resolutions. That we're going to do things differently from how we've done them in the past. But I'm sensing that that you are really taking a deep, hard look, and you understand that something has to change. Because it's become an enormous burden for you. And here we have the Nine of Swords, which is stress, sleepless nights, anxiety. The Three of Cups, maybe you have been going out a lot. Maybe you have been, doing more in terms of sort of spending on entertainment or dinners out or things like that. And that has become an enormous burden for you with this Ten of Wands. And all you want to do is put this burden down. And it's difficult when we get into sort of financial holes and we quickly builds on our shoulders. So you are looking to change your path. You are looking to start building a foundation and start taking command of your life here. Here we have the Four of Wands and the Emperor, and I feel that this Emperor here is exactly what you want to do. It's very interesting because the Emperor in this reading has the exact same placement as the Emperor in the Aquarius reading from yesterday. And Aquarius was very much looking to do the same thing, except with Aquarius, it was not just finances, it was every aspect of their life, their spirituality, their deeper purpose. But the Emperor was showing itself in the exact same position, which is, I feel that this is what you want, this is the energy you want to embody. With the Four of Wands and the Emperor, you want a stable foundation for your life. Because whatever it is that you've been doing has just not been working for you. It's not serving you any longer. And you know, being a Pisces, I know that there are, you dream, you know, you're a dreamer. You know, the star card, a lot of the time, this is the card of Aquarius again, but I feel almost that sometimes it's a joint card between Aquarians and Pisceans, because you're very much in this energy. I mean, look at this star card here. I don't know if you can see it. The camera. If you can take a look at this star card. It's a dreamy card. This is a dreamy card. And this is your energy. This is the energy that Pisceans are often in. And it's the thing that makes your sign a wonderful sign. Because few people can carry that energy the way that you all do. And that's what you want to do. This is where you want to be. But it's difficult to do this when you're here, when you're stressed out. Right? These two energies are almost mutually exclusive. Right? Because you want to dream. You want to dream. But the irony of this, of desiring this, is that it's so much easier to do when you have this. When you have a foundation which is totally earth-centered, right? Totally earthbound, totally everyday budgeting and saving and all of these things that dreamers don't necessarily like to do. You know, these two things are, they're going in opposite directions. These energies are going in opposite directions. But I'm sensing that you have had so much of this stress over the way that you have done things and the way that you are sort of seeing the state of your life currently, that you're ready for this to turn. This wheel has to turn. This wheel has to turn. Because, I mean, right here you see the Seven of Pentacles. You are looking, this row is always the central row in this spread is always very significant. The Seven of Pentacles is the card where you sort of look back at all of your efforts and ask yourself, what have I gotten as a result of all of my actions and my efforts? And it's kind of an assessment period. It's a time of assessment. And I'm sensing that you are not, you're not pleased with what it is that you're seeing. You are not pleased with what you're seeing. And here you are, the Eight of Cups, moving into a direction that is more aligned with you, that is more aligned with your purpose. And you know, the interesting thing is that, again, you know, the idea of material security providing a basis for kind of opening that door to being able to be a dreamer. These two things don't go, they don't necessarily, you know, come up in the same thought. You don't put those together in life. Typically, when you think of one, you're not thinking of the other. But that is exactly the message here, is that in order to be able to do this, okay, in order to have your Nine of Cups, which is really what you want, your wish fulfillment, to be able to dream and fulfill those dreams, you kind of need to settle in and do that day-to-day taking responsibility for the everyday sort of material life that we all have. That it's not fun. It's not, you know, it's not fun to save money. It's not something that we look forward to, that is exciting. It's not sexy, right? But that is what is going to take you here. It's going to take you to your Nine of Cups. And it's going to be slow. And here, the Knight of Pentacles, my apologies. Look at this, I love this card. Look at this Knight of Pentacles. Very, very slow moving knight. But this is going to be slow. It's going to be methodical, systematic. It's going to be slow, but it's going to happen. And over here, we have this in this very first line, the Ten of Swords, you putting an end to this stress, turning the wheel, and making the changes in your life. It is going to take some patience. And here we start the third row of cards with the Temperance card. This is the card of Sagittarius. It is going to take some patience for you to find this relief, for you to be able to put this burden down with the Ten of Wands. Okay. In this Four of Pentacles, this is you just kind of hanging on to what it is that you have, and you're heartbroken. You know, you're kind of looking at your life and you're sad and you're depressed. And what it is going to take is right down here, the Page of Wands, a small action, a small act. You need to act. And again, this is exactly the same placement as in the Aquarius reading, except I think that instead of the Page of Wands, I think that it was an Ace of Wands, I believe. I could be wrong, but I believe. But it was exactly here in this placement. I feel that the energies are very much blending into one another. You and your Aquarian counterpart there are very tied energetically. You're one right after the other. And I feel that this is your guidance for sure, is to take that small action, to hunker down. Aquarius was very confused as to what path they needed to take, and they needed to take a time out and really dig in and see what it was that they wanted. But I feel you have done your looking back. You have done your sort of review of your life, and you know what it is that you need to do. You know what it is that you need to do. Here we have 5 of Swords, conflict, 5 of Wands, conflict, and here you are. The 8 of Cups, moving away from that. Moving away from that. I love this 5 of Wands card, by the way. Let's take a look at this card. This is a beautiful deck. This is the Grim Tales deck by Fiona Edgewood. I love this card. But I mean, it's clear as the nose on your face, right? 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands, 8 of Cups, you leaving that conflict. You leaving the conflict. And so we have you here with the 7 of Pentacles, assessing the results of what you've done up to this point. And then here we have you taking a small action, possibly with the 3 of Pentacles coming next, possibly with the assistance of other people, maybe other people helping you budget. If you are in debt, maybe some sort of a debt program that you would get into to help you take control of your finances, something like that, or with the help of, who knows, an accountant, some sort of collaboration with other people, taking some action with other people, and it will get you to where it is that you need to be, my friends. There's no reason to be sitting in this. I feel that this year of 2026 is almost, and it's been built up by a lot of astrologers and tarot readers. I feel that a lot is being put on the shoulders of 2026, but I do definitely feel a massive energy shift. And the shift that I'm feeling is that people generally, all the signs, seem to be opening up to the idea of just because something was doesn't mean that it needs to continue to be. And just because you have always done things in some aspect of your life a certain way, it doesn't mean that you need to continue to do that. And really all that is just a slight shift in perspective. It's simple, it's not always easy, but it's very simple. And that's exactly what you are doing here in this reading. You, Pisces, are turning the wheel. You are turning the wheel, and the advice here is that you are on the right path. You just need to act. You just need to act in order to move from here to here, to the 9 of Cups. You walk away, you have patience, okay? You have patience because the night, again, is very, very slow. But you have patience, you walk away, assess, you act, You get whatever help it is you need from whoever you need to get that help from, and you will be here. And if you do that, I promise you, you'll be in a different place by the end of 2026. All right? And that's the advice. I hope that helped. And I will see you next time.